So I'm inside the Hagia Sophia. Let me tell you some secrets of the Hagia Sophia, which a lot of people do not know. These two candles are from Budapest, from after the conquest of Budapest by Sultan Süleyman 500 years ago. That's a place where the Imam goes up on Fridays and he has a speech. These are military flags, they symbolize the victory of Constantinople by the Ottomans. And this is the place where the Sultan prays usually. And there's usually a star up there. Let me see. And the star is the symbol of the Caliphate. So you see on the dome there are 4 angels. These are the seraphim angels. They are mentioned in the book of Isaiah, Old Testament. They protect the throne of God in the Bible. Here they protect the dome from falling down. Here you see a place where there's no carpet. That's the place of the coronation of the Byzantine emperor. So that's the Hagia Sophia is a political place. As you see, the Sultan also held some speeches there also. So it was political in the Ottoman times as well. And today also. Today it was turned to a mosque by the President Erdogan. So it's always used for political reasons. Now the columns of the Hagia Sophia are very interesting. A lot of people don't know. I mean, they sit here, but the thing is, these columns, the green ones, are from the temple of Artemis of Ephesus. You see also on the upper floors. And also on the corners, I can't show you right now, there are some red columns. These are from the Karnak temple of Egypt. And on the walls, you also see some different stones. The green ones from Greece, red ones from Egypt, yellow ones from North Africa, Tunisia, and so on. So the Emperor Justinian, he built this 1,500 years ago. And he wanted to show that he rules all these lands. I mean, Egypt, Greece, North Africa, and so on. That's why he brought them from different parts of the empire. You see there are some marble jars. These jars were full of gold, found by an Ottoman farmer, and he brought it here, made it as a gift to the Hagia Sophia. We have over there as well, so 1, 2. And we also have a third one, but it's in the Louvre Museum in Paris. It was given as a gift to Napoleon III by Sultan Abdulaziz in the 19th century. So that's the main gate. We call it the Emperor's Gate. So above the Emperor's Gate we see a marble symbol. In the middle there is a cross, and it is the Temple of Solomon of Jerusalem, because the legend says when the Emperor Justinian built this huge church, he wanted to make it bigger than the Temple of Solomon of Jerusalem. So after he built this, he went inside according to Byzantine legends, and he said, "Solomon, I surpassed you." So he was a very cocky man. And yeah, the Hagia Sophia is really amazing. It's from the ancient times. It's not early Middle Ages. So that's why a lot of historians, they accept the Hagia Sophia as the 8th wonder of the ancient world. So over there is a library, and these encircled areas are schools built by the Ottomans, because they taught astronomy, philosophy, and so on inside the Hagia Sophia. And inside this library, there were the best books in the world, they say. And some even say the French Revolution happened because the French stole some books here, but it's just a Turkish legend. So I'm gonna show you something which a lot of people don't know. We have the symbol of Poseidon, the trident of Poseidon, and these are the dolphins of Poseidon, because Poseidon is a protector against earthquakes, not just god of sea. So they wanted to protect the church by putting symbols of pre-Christian things, which is interesting. We see a transition from pagan religion to Christian religion. By the way, behind that wall is the handprint of Holy Mary. Unfortunately, there is a barrier, we can't pass there. The legend says the handprint of Mary was brought from Jerusalem and put there on that column. Today the tourists have to go to the upper floors. You see the tourists, because I'm from Turkish roots, I'm allowed to get inside for free. Also, I'm a tour guide, I can also go up there for free, but whatever. You see the big medallions are Islamic figures, names of Islamic figures. The most important one is Allah, the God, and then Muhammad, the last messenger of Islam. Muslims believe in all the prophets, including Jesus, Moses, and so on, as you know. So there's a legend. The legend says if you eat 8 grapes in front of below the main chandelier, you will never forget anything in your life. So the legend says a grand vizier gave it to his son, and the son became very intelligent. So he memorized the Quran, he says. I mean, a lot of people come and eat some grapes here. You see the dome is beautiful. Some say there was a mosaic of Jesus in the middle, but it's just a legend. So we have a lot of Christian symbols. I showed you the angels. On the front, I'm also going to show you some Christian things, because the Turkish people are very tolerant. So they didn't destroy the Christian things. First, because Christianity is also important in Islam. In the book of Quran, the Christian figures like Mary, Jesus, and so on are mentioned a lot. So they venerate these people also. Secondly, the Ottoman Empire ruled over Christian lands also. So they wanted to control the Christians. So they were very tolerant in religious things. There were also religious tolerance. I mean, it's not a myth. You can read it in anywhere. I mean, that Ottomans could rule all these lands because they were tolerant. They learned a lot from the Roman Empire, from the Persian Empire, from the the Turkish states before Christ, and so on. Up there we also have a lot of Christian mosaics, but I can't show it to you today. Maybe some other time. But there also we can see, for example, maybe I can show it to you right now. Look, when I zoom in, you can see Jesus there. This is Jesus Christ. Like this, we have also a lot of symbols here. We can see the head of Holy Mary. And also on the main section of the mosque, we see behind the curtain Mary with the child Jesus on her lap. And we also have Angel Michael and Gabriel, we believe, some angels. These are covered because in Judaism and in Islam, it's not allowed to pray towards an image. That's why. But they were not destroyed. That's important. So the thing is, I love the Hagia Sophia because it symbolizes religious tolerance. It shows different cultures, different time periods of history. So something like this you cannot see in Europe, in America, or whatever. This is one kind, man. This is so beautiful. You see, people are sitting here. They're just chilling out, and that's also what I do usually. And after finishing this video, I'm also gonna sit down and read a book or whatever. And yeah, I love it. I mean, I can sleep here forever, really. So on that door, on that column, there is a hole. I can't show it to you. On that hole, the legend says the water comes out because Holy Mary dropped her tears on that column, and that column is crying until this day. So I sat down. If you look up, all the yellow color on the roof, they were actually golden mosaics. However, because of many earthquakes and sacking of different nations, the gold went away. And in the 19th century, two Swiss brothers, the Fossati brothers, made a huge restoration in the Hagia Sophia, and they painted it yellow to remember the golden times. They also added these chandeliers. These are also 19th century, half Ottoman and half Byzantine style. And it's just a lot of Swiss work inside. They were actually from Italian roots. However, they were from Switzerland, so they make them Swiss, I guess. Muslims pray on carpets. You see there are some lines here. They stay in line, and then whatever the imam on the front does in movement, they follow it. It's not so difficult. A lot of people who see it on TV, they think that praying is actually in Islam a difficult thing, different positions. Actually, it's very easy. We have 3 or 4 positions we can do. Okay, let me talk a little bit about Islam. Islam says that Islam didn't start with Muhammad. Islam started with the first man, Adam. So all the biblical prophets, figures, even the King David, King Solomon, they are regarded as prophets of Islam. They also accept Mary, Jesus. There is 3 big movements in Islam today. Actually, the Iranian Islam, the Persian Islam, the Arabic Islam, and also the Turkish Islam. The Turkish Islam is the most tolerant, in my opinion. So, okay, I'm chilling here right now. I don't want to talk on camera anymore. So let me just chill, and then on a different video I can explain you different things maybe as well. Thank you for listening. Bye bye. That fountain is from the 18th century. You see Muslims washing themselves to pray, because Muslims have to wash themselves before praying all the time. These are the graves of the sultans.